Guys, it's Heather, Expert Entrepreneur. I've got one more question to go through with you, and I think this might be the last one. But there's been a handful of you who've reached out to me and said, Heather, I honestly don't know what to do. And basically they go on to tell me a little bit of a story. I'm interested in crypto. I want to have a position, but I'm really freaked out by the market. It's crashing. I'm hearing all kinds of awful news stories in the news, in the newspaper. And I'm worried and I'm concerned. And I don't know if this is a good idea, because it seems like everything that I'm hearing is negative, right? And I just wanted to address that because I get it. Wow, it's crazy. It's to the point where I don't even actually put myself in the way of those kind of stories. I don't read those headlines. I don't read those stories. Because I know it's FUD. It's fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And the thing that you can think to yourself is, whoever's putting the story out, what is their ulterior motive? Because the banks and the financial institutions and the Wall Street guys, they all want you to keep your investment dollars with them, right? So there is a lot of people on the sidelines who will benefit from folks staying scared and staying out of crypto, because that means that by default, you're going to keep your money where it is. And a lot of this hype and this crazy, exaggerated, ridiculous stuff that disappears the next day too, by the way. Do you notice that? That the next day or the next week, that huge thing that was going to change everything, it's magically just gone. And that happens over and over and over again, right? So much of this stuff is just salacious headline grabbing clickbait to get people to, click and read or whatever. So first of all, consider the source when you're looking at that kind of information, right? For sure. I would also suggest that, looking into and talking to people who are on the same page and who are legitimately interested in wanting to be in crypto. This is a good thing to do. And like, for example, in a community like mine, which are the Merry Band of Crypto Traders, which you would have access to if you joined through me, which, I mean, I suppose that doesn't help you right now if you don't have access to them, but the being careful about who you are surrounding yourself with, because there's a lot of folks out there in the crypto land who want to remove you from your funds and want to invest your money for you, right? And they're like, just, I know what to do. Just give me your money or put it in this pool. I've only got room for a couple more people, but come on in and I'll let you in, and you can then get a slice of this great pie that I'm creating, and whatever spiel they're spinning off to you. And don't ever do that, because that's a scam. In crypto, there are no repercussions for scammers, even if they're caught. They don't even get a slap on the wrist. So if you want somebody else to manage your money for you, crypto right now is not the place for you. You need to be in, at least not grid bot trading. You need to be back in the brick and mortar world, where at least there are some rules and regulations in place to protect you. So yeah. But as far as, getting over the uncertainty in the market and what's happening, the thing that I would suggest you consider and think about is some of these, when I'm talking about who to listen to, who to have in your ear. There's some amazing investors out there who, one thing they tend to all agree on, all of them, is when is the best time to buy. And that's in a crash, right? Warren Buffett said, profits are made when you buy. And that's what he means. Like right now, Bitcoin is 55 to 60% down, depending on the day. We're in a 6-month crash, right? But you probably know that. And it's down, like it's just bleeding out. And man, I heard another one with Robert Kiyosaki saying he's ready to back up the truck and start loading it up, right? And I mean, that's the thing. And you'll see if you looked at any of these long-term super wealthy investors. And Warren Buffett, he's the man behind Berkshire Hathaway, by the way, which is the 9th largest market cap asset in the world at the moment. And I say that because Bitcoin is the 10th, which is pretty comforting, right? When you think about that. But when you look at somebody like Warren Buffett and what his strategy has been, that's what he says, when be fearful when people are greedy and be greedy when people are fearful. And right now people are fearful, and it's time for you to be greedy. It's time for you to be the one who swoops in and gets some of this bargain, because this space here between where we are at the moment and where the all-time high was in November of last year, that's like, it was 69,000 at that time, and it's now down to 30. So it's almost 40 grand, right? Like, that's a lot. And if you could capitalize on that just by having a position now at this level, and when the market flips and as it starts going back up again, your position is just going to be so valuable, way more than mine, because I bought up here and I bought a little more here and a little more here. And I'm gonna buy more right now because it just makes sense when you believe in the asset. And I believe in Bitcoin. I know it's going up big time. I know what's happening in the reality in the world with Bitcoin. There are countries that are adopting it as legal tender. There are blue chip companies that are acquiring Bitcoin quietly behind the scenes and sticking it on their balance sheet in the back there. There are loads of other companies that are working on the infrastructure to figure out how to accept Bitcoin or crypto as payment for services and products. Governments are creating, they're in the early stages of creating legislation and regulations for how they will treat crypto as a whole. They are, right now it's being accepted, Bitcoin is being accepted on the balance sheet of sovereign funds and pension funds. Those are like the most ultra conservative, like, right? And they're taking on Bitcoin. Like, there are things happening, and this is just now what's projected and going to be coming down the road for Bitcoin is just incredible. And given the fact that it's so huge, it's the 10th after a 60% crash, it's still the 10th largest market cap in the world, you guys. Like, let me grab that and show it to you and prove it. You don't take my word for it. Thanks for that. I'll share my screen and show you. This was a presentation I put together on May 13th, so it's only a couple days old. You can see this is the actual, oh, it's the wrong one. That's CoinGecko, sorry. It's going to be, there we go. You can see this is companiesbymarketcap.com. And it has, well, it said companies, but I mean, it's market cap for all assets, because gold and silver are in here, you can see that. And Bitcoin is here at number 10. And there's Berkshire Hathaway just above it. And right now, Bitcoin approximately is about 5.5 billion. Wrap your head around that. Like, it's crazy. So, you know, when you're just thinking about, is it going to be around? Is crypto going to be, you know, vanish? Is Bitcoin going to disappear? Is my money at risk? I mean, I don't think so personally. I mean, there's no guarantees and no promises for sure. But given where I see it, where it is, where it stands with head and shoulders with all these other solid entities and asset classes, it is right there. I mean, boy, oh boy, I don't know what would have to happen in the world for this to vanish. That would be crazy times. And yeah, all these red lines down, because everything is down, right? All markets are down at the moment. It's a bear market out there for pretty much every investment. That's your buying opportunity. That is the time when people are being fearful and cutting their losses, and they're selling things at a loss and running away with what's left. And what happens to all that money that they lost? It goes into the pockets of the people who buy low or who just ride it out and stay and patient and wait. And that's where we're at right now. So if you are thinking, I don't know what to do, I want a piece of this, maybe you were like me, maybe you're thinking like I was when I was looking back, you know, around 2015 or 16, I think that's when Bitcoin took a big shot up, and you could have gotten one Bitcoin for about $1,000. Whew. And I mean, I've been kicking myself for that for years. Maybe you have too. I mean, well, it went all the way to 69. Now it's at 30, and you're thinking, what should I do? Because I want a piece of it. Well, I would just say, you know, don't wait until all the lights are green. This is one of the things Dan was talking about in his recent training. If you have to wait for all the lights to be green, for everything, for every news story you hear to be positive about crypto, for you to be hearing from the people at the water cooler and wherever you are talking, so everybody's got great things to say about crypto, for all the incoming information to be yes, 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 you're going to miss out on such a huge amount of earnings. If that's opportunity, that would be the cost of opportunity there. Because where you're going to get in, by the time all that stuff is great news, man, we're probably over 100 grand by then, maybe even more. You know, in order for all that information coming at you on crypto and Bitcoin to be good and favorable, wow, you will have missed the boat big time. I'm sorry to say. That's the fact. This right now, yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it's a little scary. But it's a very educated move with a lot of data, a lot of solid data to back it up. You're not just making a guess on black or red here, right? And hoping. There's a lot of good solid information in behind this and so supporting it, that this is a really good move. And I just ran through a whole bunch of it right there earlier in this video. Rewind this video and watch it again if you want to. But it is a very educated move to make, an educated guess or opinion, and it's very savvy, because this is also what the big boys, the big investors are doing right now. Some of them are being open about it and saying, oh, like, here's an example. El Salvador just bought like 500 Bitcoins. They doubled down and added to their position. They're one of the countries that accepts Bitcoin as legal tender. And they just bought a boatload of it on sale, right? Like, that's what's happening. And there's some other like big investors who are coming out and saying, yeah, we've just added to our position and we've just done this. And there's other people who are quiet and secret and don't want others to know. But know that behind the scenes, there are huge whales that are massively increasing their position in Bitcoin at the moment. And for that to be happening on the one hand, and for the price of Bitcoin to continue to be low, is such a dichotomy. It's so inverse of what should be happening in reality. I think when it does flip and the market does start to go, it's just going to spring. I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. But even if it doesn't, even if it takes time and it goes slow, that's fine. We got time, right? Especially when it's all happy time and it's all going up and it's all good. So yeah, just know that as far as, you know, that question goes, and if you don't know what to do, I think, in my opinion, and again, I'm not a licensed advisor or professional, this is not investment advice, and there are no promises or guarantees, but from somebody who's analytical and likes to triple and quadruple check and get multiple confirmations. That's what I'm trying to say. I like multiple confirmations of the decisions that I'm making. And for somebody like me to go through and look and see and say, yes, this is definitely good, that I would recommend it to my 80-year-old dad, that I would recommend it to my cousin, that I would recommend it to my friends. It's definitely worthwhile and backed up by good, solid information. And if there are people who are on, you know, the receiving end at the moment, we're like me, where you bought high and now it's low, and we're like, we're waiting, it's coming, you know, this is part of it. And with grid bot trading, there are going to be times where, in normal market conditions, not during a crash necessarily, where your bot goes out of range and you don't get those profits for a little while, for like, usually it's about 7 or 10 days. It's not usually 6 months. This is very unusual. This is a little bit of a black swan in its own self, this crash. And but when it does turn, boy, oh boy, you are going to want to be in it, because when the market flips and starts going back up again, that's when people are going to be like, oh my God, why didn't I do that? Why didn't I take that training? Why didn't I start getting myself educated and be ready? Because what's going to happen is those are the two components, right? That are going to be that, so that you're lucky, so that you're the lucky person. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, you're so lucky, you got in when you got in. Meanwhile, it wasn't luck, right? You were prepared by taking the training, and then the opportunity presented itself. And some people can argue the opportunity is here right now, which it is, because it's a 55 to 60% discount. Like it is here right now. But whenever that time comes, and if you are thinking, I just need more comfort and confirmation that the market is going up, I get it. That's okay. You can wait for that. But in the meantime, I like to suggest you should definitely be getting your knowledge up and be learning and training and figuring, getting your level of comfort with an understanding of this strategy to a level where you're ready to go when that opportunity presents and you feel comfortable and you feel confident that it is actually turning the corner and going up. Because I feel like when that happens, it's going to go quick. And there won't be time to do this learning curve that you have ahead of you if you're going to join the plan now. And by the way, they only open the doors a couple of times a year. And as of right now, we've been told that probably the next time they open the doors is going to be December. That's a long way away. You could totally miss the boat by then, depending on what happens with the market, you know? And do you want to take that risk? Because like I say, you're obviously interested and want a position in crypto or you wouldn't be watching this. So if you're really concerned about where the market is and not sure if it's hit bottom yet, then that's what you should do, is enroll in the plan, start your learning process, get over those humps so that you're ready to go when you do feel that level of comfort. And that's when you're gonna, wow, really reap the rewards big time. So that's the advice that I'm giving to my friends who are asking me, what should I do right now? Get yourself educated on this, join the plan and figure that out. Yeah, get on. So I would also like to suggest that if you have decided to join, I want to invite you to join through me and use my affiliate link that's below this video. When you do enroll through me, you are going to get access to my bonus system. And it's 12 amazing bonuses, you guys, that I created specifically for beginners, for people like you and like I was when I was a beginner, to help you to get rid of all those headaches and to reduce the overwhelm and to help you to make it easier to do this setup and the starting stuff, because it can be frustrating. There's some stuff, and depending what country you live in and you know, some different factors that are different for all of us that Dan and the team can't necessarily advise about. Not that I'm advising, because I'm not, but you know, we got people from 30 countries in the group here. Probably somebody is living in the country you're from, most likely, and is already, you know, down the road and set up their accounts and gone through whatever challenges might lie ahead for you. So yeah, having the access to the support and to the tools that I've created specifically, it will give you the ability to go faster if you want to go faster. And if you don't want to go faster, that's fine too. You don't have to. I've also got a 6-week program that you can come through and take part in, where each week we go through one of the modules of the training, because that's how I learned it. I'm a beta 1 student, and when Dan put that training out, he didn't have the course created. He was doing it on the fly each week, 1 session per week, and that worked great. It worked so good because it was enough time to get the homework done and to move through, and then you wanted to be ready for the next one, right? So it was kind of like momentum building is the thing. Now, what I find, because the whole course is available to you, as soon as you sign your NDA and you get access to the platform, you can get access to the entire course. All 6 modules are there. And you know what's happening? People are stalling out because they're overwhelmed. And they might go through, maybe half of them even open the course and start the training. And some of them are like, they might get through the first couple or 3. And by then you've got a demo bot running, and then you're not even finishing the rest of the program, which is a shame because you're going to need that information. It's all the information that Dan put in the plan is there for a reason. And by doing the 6-week program that I'm going to take you through, it's going to help you to make sure you get through it all, and to get everything set up the right way, the fastest way and smoothest way that you can. And if you want to go faster than the 6 weeks, you can. I have 2 bonuses in particular in my 12 that will enable you to get up and running within a couple hours if you really want to. you can, as I know some of you just want to go so fast. It's just the way you're built. So you can if you want to, but I'm not saying by any stretch that these bonuses are a replacement for the training, because they're not. You need to go through the training and listen to Dan and get on side with his mindset, with what he's teaching us about the mentality we have to have and the way we have to think when we're investing at this level, because this is not a normal thing. This is not something any of us have experienced before, because we've never had the ability to have access like this to such a great, juicy investment. Because in the brick and mortar world, those are put off to the side and reserved for only accredited investors who have net worth of $1 million plus. And so most of us never get our chance to even come to the table, which is a shame. And here you have the playing field level, and you can actually stand toe to toe with the wealthiest people on the planet and invest in the same thing. And wow, believe me when I say that does not exist in the brick and mortar world. So that's something really special and unique. And that's why it's all new. And for us to come in at this level from investing in GICs and stocks and stuff like that, and come into this, you need to have that mindset. You need to have somebody experienced who's successful, like Dan, reminding you and showing you how we react, what this really means when this happens. And so, yeah, I just want to say it's, my bonuses are not a replacement for the plan, but they'll help you go smoother and quicker. And so I would like to say, if you have decided to join, I want to really cordially invite you to use my affiliate link in the links below and join through me. This is how you're going to get free access to my entire bonus system. And by the way, it's proven. I've got nearly 400 people who've gone through it already over multiple times. So I know it works. I'm not guessing and hoping. Like I know that it works. And the community that's there waiting for you, the Merry Band of Crypto Traders, is a thriving community of friendly, helpful people who are there to help and support. And we have two groups. We've got a beginner group and an advanced group, because you don't have the same conversations at these levels, right? And both groups, we have coin pair sharing threads where people are actively sharing their bots. What's happening? Which ones are good? What's a good wiggler? What's happening in their demo account? Can you demo this for me? Because I've run out of room on my account, that kind of thing. So you don't have to worry about not having access or not, or how are you going to figure out which bots to put together or that kind of thing. Any question you have is already being asked in the group, because the people are going through the same thing you are, right? So this is what makes it so invaluable, is having these people at your disposal. It's definitely one of the best bonuses, but the other ones too, every single one of them is specifically designed to help you get up and running quicker and smoother and remove the headaches. So there's no fluff in there. There's no crazy stuff that's going to take you off track and divert your attention to the stock market or an Amazon business or some other thing, or whatever. This is all about grid bots and what you're getting involved with the plan, with phase one here. And that's what you need, right? You don't need to be looking at big advanced moves and strategies and courses and what's next down the road. We'll find out what's next down the road when you get there. Let's just get through this. I'm your gal for that, believe me. So go ahead and click my link below, and it would be my pleasure to roll out the red carpet for you and help you to get set up and reduce all those headaches anyway. So reach out to me in the meantime if you have any questions or comments. Heather@legitebiz.com. And I sincerely hope to be welcoming you into my group sometime soon. Thanks, everybody.
If I was going to tell anyone to get into crypto in this crazy market, in this crazy world, it's the plan or it's nothing, right?
Working with Heather, she is extremely knowledgeable and helpful, and her bonuses when you sign up are amazing.
But Heather, it's incredible. Heather's bonuses are a must when you're going to take up on Dan Hollings' The Plan.
Those two components, the plan and Heather Farrell with her marvelous boni that she provides, made me gain my first relevant profit within the crypto space.
Heather, thank you so much. All your support, Q&As and all the other goodies that you are handing out to people. couldn't be any better. Heather, keep going, and thanks tremendously for your help and support.
I was originally signed up under somebody else, and I made the switch to work with Heather, and I definitely do not regret it.
And signing up under Heather, she offers a number of bonuses, Facebook group, which I think is essential.
What I also appreciate about Heather is how genuine she is, and she continues to provide value.
Her Facebook group is probably one of the biggest assets.
Deep appreciation to Heather. It's all because of her that I'm actually able to be in the plan right now. Fantastic. She was so dedicated. I can't believe it. I'm so grateful because, yeah, it's only a month that I'm in and it's beyond my expectation.
It is absolutely helpful to have a real sympathetic person on your side who is there for you for any questions about the content of the course, the plan, and provides an exclusive Facebook group you can attend where nice people share their experience as well.
Heather's bonuses really gives you an extra edge, and it also gives you that extra confidence.
This opportunity is too good not to share, so I encourage you all to go for it.
The best bonus, in my opinion, is the Facebook group. You're going to want to talk to people going along that same journey, and that's really what this group is for. And there's a number of other bonuses too, which you definitely should check out, but it's that group, and you're going to go on a journey, and you're going to be learning a lot of information with each other. It's going to be great. So no regrets. No regrets. Get in.
I highly recommend getting the plan and getting into Heather Farrell's trading community. So cheers to all fellow traders.